that even though I'm a prize-winning healthcare official, I was not dealing with the Ebola virus, so you all are safe. It's fine. Sit at ease. Tonight, I do have a bit of presentation for you. It's unlike other presentations that you might have seen in Toastmasters Club. It's actually an interpersonal communication manual. Most of our speeches actually evolve around just standing up and doing what I'm doing right now, which is giving a speech in front of a group of people, no feedback, there's no impromptu sort of thing, everything's rehearsed and set about beforehand. But this manual is a little bit different. There's actually the portion of the speech which I'm doing right now, which is the actual speech portion. Later on there'll be an interactive portion which I'll be doing with Bobby, and then even later than that there'll be a time period when you can get together and discuss what went on in the communication part, give some feedback, say what went good, what went bad. To start with, I'm just going to explain what the actual purpose of this particular speech is, and that is to successfully negotiate. As Steve was saying, my purpose here tonight will be to negotiate in a hopefully beneficial way for both myself and my negotiation partners. And when I was reading through the manual, they actually had a few different topics which I thought were interesting as well when they discussed the whole process that goes along with negotiation. They mentioned some things such as all our relationships at some point will have the negotiation aspect in them at some certain point, such as if you're married and you're deciding what movie to watch that night, or if you're deciding what restaurant to go out to, hey, or perhaps you have kids. Perhaps they don't want to eat their vegetables. How do you get them to do that? It's going to be a negotiation one way or the other, especially if you have younger, like 2 or 3 year olds that don't eat vegetables and vegetables so much. Don't have any myself. Well, another thing that they mentioned in the book was that anything is negotiable, which I thought was an interesting concept, because I was wondering if that was more of a pleasant thought, maybe a happy look on things, or if that was actually true. For example, could you negotiate a set fee from your bank for overdraft? Perhaps this is negotiable. I've never had to do it, but maybe you could get that charge dropped down from the $35, whatever it may be. You can get that dropped or even reduced if you have. I know there's some certain examples that I've had in my life already, such as these pants. I had these pants, and I don't know how long I've bought them, so I forget the exact price, but I think they wanted $30, $40, which was already reduced at the time for these jeans. And I tried them on, they actually fit, so I was like, you know, that's nice. But then I noticed that they had a little zipper break, so that's something I would have to fix. So I walked up to the register, I said, hey, I love these jeans, I want to get them. Is there anything we can do? The zipper's broken. Boom, instantly $15 off. I walked out with some cheap jeans, I was able to fix them for $5, so I ended up saving some money overall. A good deal overall. They got paid, I got what I wanted. And that's really the purpose of a successful negotiation as is set out in this manual, which was a win-win negotiation. There's different philosophies on negotiation. There's the win-win, which, and these are all self-explanatory, win-win, win-lose, and then lose-lose. Now, lose-lose is, I don't even want to venture a guess as to what this could entail. In one case, there's both, I don't know, maybe a knife fight, and I don't know, that's a lose-lose. Win-win would be, like I said, with the jeans. Somebody got what they wanted, the money, and I got what I wanted, the jeans. Or win-lose where perhaps you get more than the other person wanted to give. I'm thinking of an example from the One Nation book that Jack Rankin recommended to me by Ben Carson, where his mother actually negotiated a deal for a car that was so under what the dealer was willing to get that the guy who actually brokered the deal ended up getting fired. So that's some situation where maybe you can negotiate a little too hard. But I guess if you're only doing business once in a while with a person, I don't know, maybe that benefits you, and it depends on your overall personality and philosophy on negotiation, I suppose. To do a successful negotiation, first off, know what you want, know what the other person wants, and then figure out your options to get to where both of those match up. One thing that they said that would help out with the whole negotiation process and figuring out these needs and wants is to just be sociable, earn a little bit of rapport with the other person, and hopefully get them liking you. Some other things, be honest and direct in your approach, and just be appreciative if you do actually come to a deal with another person. I've employed all these tactics in my speech with Bobby, and Bobby will be coming up to describe her product just for all of you, because I'm not quite sure what it is yet. So, that's section 2 now.
Good evening,
Good evening.
Stephen.
How are you tonight?
I'm great, thank you.
I like the vest. I always know I'm on the right fashion sense when I can see a well-dressed lady in the same outfit as myself.
Very good, very good.
So I heard that you had a cleaning supply line.
Yes, I thought that it would be interesting to you and also be a win-win situation because you're a nurse, you're in the medical field, so this would be of particular interest to you. I am a consultant for Norwex Products.
Okay.
That is short for the Norwegian Experience.
I'm Scandinavian, so there
There
you go. We're halfway
See,
there.
there again. It all fits. The products were originated in Norway, and the emphasis is on water cleaning instead of all chemicals. So the point is to try to create a safe haven, a safe environment in your home, or traveling also, I suppose. The cloths that are made are infused with silver, and so they have antibacterial properties.
Right.
So when you use the cloth cleaning a counter or some other kind of cleaning, then it will sanitize the counter without using 409 or Clorox spray or
Okay.
all those smelly things.
So
that
are they all surface wipes, or do they have anything that can maybe be clothes, or?
Yes, there's laundry soap,
Okay.
dish soap, and they have, there are some things that are soapy,
Okay.
but when, for instance, the main cloth, the first cloth that came out is the Enviro cloth, environmentally safe, and that, anyway, most of theirs are infused with the silver, as I said, and so then, once you use that cloth, then you hang it up to dry, and it will be ready to use again in sanitary mode.
It's kind of like a
Because the
reusable.
silver sanitizes itself.
I think
Now, eventually, after using it for a while, you will need to launder it, but you can have quite a few uses of it before you have to do that.
Now, as far as I think for me personally, I might be more interested in something for work garb, because like I come in home from scrubs, so I'm wondering if that soap might be a better option for me right now, just so I can throw something in the wash and take care of it if there's a particularly sick person. Is there,
Correct.
what kind of price ranges are we talking about for something like that?
You can get a bag of the laundry soap, which is concentrated, of course, and that is about $20. And it seems a little high when you think of it, but the bag will last you a long time because you only need to use a couple of teaspoons of this laundry detergent. Whereas when you're getting a big box of something else, it's a huge box and whatever, and you're using a half a cup or 3/4 of a cup of laundry soap, there's the difference in thinking of how your price will be.
You know, that actually doesn't sound too terribly high to me, of $20 for a bit of box that might last me a longer period of time. How about we try, I'd be interested maybe also in trying those wipes. Can we do something where perhaps if I buy that box, I get a couple samples of those wipes that I can take home and see if I like them or not?
Yes, I can do that, and also, if you're not satisfied with it, then I can certainly take them back, and you will not have to pay for them, so.
Well, it's easy enough to get into. I think, I think we did a deal.
All right.
All right, thank you much.
I hope that you can enjoy that and help your environment be cleaner and safer.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bobby. It was hard to watch that clock, so I thought I was a little bit, behind on time, so I started rushing at the end. I'm sorry. But
I probably went over.
Yeah, I thought we were on the red light, and I was like, oh goodness gracious, so I kind of sped that up a little bit more than I think I would have. But as far as what you've seen right there, just that short little interaction, and that was tough. I think that I did this with Jack also, and it was really tough to get a whole interaction in 3 to 5 minutes with negotiation, but I tried to stay focused. Is there anything that you saw that was good? Anything that you thought could have used some improvement upon? Was there any options I could have thrown out there other than what I did? Jack.
I thought you should have negotiated on the price. $20 is awful expensive. And then when you then come in with the samples as a backup to the reduction in price.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or both.
Or both. Fair enough, fair enough.
I like how you had the 3 different scenarios: lose-lose, win-lose, win-win. While I come from the school of win-win, not everybody does, and I'm finding there's a lot of people that just want to win and don't care about you. And I think if you continued in this vein, the more challenging version would be the win-lose.
Right.
And try and come up with a way to interact with a win-lose person to where you can let them win, but you don't really, where you're okay with it and you don't feel like you're being taken advantage of, because nobody really likes to lose.
Yeah, one of those things like with that car example, maybe you're a person that just wants to win and you're doing a deal once. Maybe more, nothing to say that you can't just win and take that deal. So that's one example you gotta be careful for if you're in that sales business.
I'm a little bit with Jack, where I think you were a little too easy on Bobby. You could have gone for quantity discounts and, all sorts of different things as far as if you're really going to negotiate, use all the different angles.
Yeah, it's hard because I hadn't seen the products. I'm like $20 and how many loads and those. If it's a box and it lasts me a couple months, I'm like, what is that? 6 months and $20 and going, it's $20.
The more you practice, the better you get.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the point of it. It isn't really what you feel in real life. It's just trying to exercise to the objective of the speech. So pushing her buttons more and watching the interaction of the negotiation, that's what the speech is all about. So yeah, I think definitely should have poked at her a little more.
Again.
Bobby, do you sell that stuff?
Yes, I do.
I thought so.
I'm here to tell you that laundry soap lasts a long time too.
That's what she was saying. I was thinking,
It does.
Yeah.
what is that, like $3 a month? If worst case scenario, we got $3 for 6 months. So, but yeah, it's a good point. I could probably press harder on price first off. I do like that. Let's see, is there any? Okay, so it's options as far as. How do you think the overall, was it a win-win, was it a win-lose, was this, did I lose because I didn't press hard enough?
Nobody lost, everybody won,
Win-win.
everybody's happy. You were both happy with the outcome.
Yeah.
You didn't ask for very much, which is why you got what you asked for. Had you asked for more, then the real negotiation would have come into play, I think.
Yeah.
But it was a good first effort.
And you were both happy, but maybe you could have been happier.
And like I said too, I thought I was on the red light already when, by the time we were wrapping it up, so I'm like, rush out and get it done. So, yeah.
Well, I apologize. I felt like maybe I didn't know for sure what I was supposed to do, so I was afraid maybe I spoke too long.
No, that worked for craft fair. If this was a different interaction, I probably would have taken a little bit more time with it too. But that seemed like a perfectly acceptable, if I walked up to a vendor somewhere, type of speech.
Yeah.
To be something that I would hear. As far as what was my other question? Let's see. Beginning their interaction to end, was there any high points that stuck out that really, other than the whole negotiation for price?
I thought you did a great job at spending the money up front to establish some rapport, to kind of make it personal. Not everybody, is that way, but when you're going for a win-win negotiation, and if that's who you are, then I think it's good to have a little bit of rapport up front.
Wrapping up, anybody? Last
Well,
minute
you-
comments?
You might have interrupted her a couple times and asked questions in order to get her on the defensive. get her thinking about it, oh, I'm gonna have to negotiate with this guy. I'm gonna have to reduce my price or something.
I would wanna know, what is it about silver that's antibacterial? That was new to me, so I would have been questioning the quality of the product and why should I buy it? And,
Yeah. I already have kind of a clinical background, so the silver
Yeah,
thing
pretty
makes
easy to
sense to me.
understand.
Yeah, I would have questioned that definitely otherwise, because it's kind of like, really, silver, and you're gonna kill?
But it's the objective of the speech.
Yeah,
Even in
It's
a,
that kind of give and take thing.
even in a perfect situation, role playing,
right.
even in a controlled environment with planning is very difficult to
Yeah,
do.
it's tough.
Very difficult to do. So you guys did a great job.
Yeah. An excellent job.
All right, thank you much, guys.